Howdy my friends, and welcome back to more of my Zombies Ate My Neighbor's Hack. This is Sky Hurricane 89, and hope that you are having a wonderful day. And we are moving on to the pretty much the halfway point of this hack. Actually past the halfway point, because there are quite a few less bonuses after these 4 levels here. Levels 21 through 24, BXBS. Oh man, y'all, and we are in for some very, very challenging levels, and it is Julia's turn to suffer here. We have that weird cackle. They can get around. Level 21, Hedge Hoppers. And once again, like levels 16 and 18, this was one that the first time I played it, I was like, dang. I lost at least 3 or 4. At least. I can't even remember, but I can kind of point out to you which ones are high risk when I get to them. But you want to move very quickly. As you see, number 1, the ants, they go for your victims as you're going down. And number 2, you see it's getting dark and you have a torch couple. So, that baby right there, I don't think I've ever lost him. At least not many times. Maybe once, maybe. But now, these next couple, I've lost them several times, and several practice runs, of this hack. But I did generously provide some decoy clowns, and that's going to be the saving grace here. And I'm going to show you a way to make this level very, very easy. Very easy. Actually kind of cheap. Because if you remember from level 18, I was saying something about how the werewolves, sometimes they despawn, but a lot of times they actually don't. They're not like zombies and mummies and stuff. Even after a clown wears off, a lot of times the werewolves, the game will still remember that the werewolves are there. It's really, really weird why werewolves are that way and other enemies aren't, besides vampires and chainsaw maniacs and Frankensteins. But I want to go for the victim really quickly. Yeah, I've lost both of those military dudes several times. So yeah, you want to go for them pretty fast. Get you some points there. And I think that there's silverware behind one of these trees. And there is running shoes behind another one. So yeah, I got my silverware here, and I should also have my running shoes. Yep, we're good to go now. The Weed Whacker works great on the ants, and Julia, she loves the Weed Whacker anyway, so. Man, I tell you what, this is her cup of tea right here. Weed Whacking mania, man. Oh, another Weed Whacker. Oh, man, don't you know Julia's eyes are glowing now. Woo. Alright, let's see. Now, what I want to do here, this baby up here, I think I have lost him before, but that one that's on my radar right now, he's not the one I'm worried about. I can't have any ants because the game will not remember that the ants are there. If an ant is one of the enemies that I gather up, I will be pretty much screwed. I need 4 werewolves for this to work. So come on, baby, spawn. Oh yeah, jump over there for me. That makes it easy. Oh yeah, this is perfect. Well, aside from the ants coming, this would be perfect. One more. Come on, babies. So what I'm wanting to do is use a clown, and then and then my speed shoes after that. Alright, there we go. There's all 4 of them. We're ready for action now. I'm going to use my shoes. And that cheerleader, she's not too high risk. That dog, though, will always die. I mean, always, if you don't do what I just did there. If you don't gather up the enemies. Now, you may wonder, why are enemies spawning? Well, for some reason, the game remembers that the werewolves are there. It's really weird. Even though I'm away from the werewolves, I'm not anywhere near them. And so I'm just going to kind of take my time with these now. I think there's a fire extinguisher behind that. I think. But yeah, get our dog here. Yeah, because ants spawn in there and werewolves spawn. So yeah, there's not much of a chance for that dog. I can't tell you how many times I lost him. until I figured out the trick. Our cheerleader here. As I said, this kind of makes this level very cheap, though. Aside from the beginning of it, which was a little bit challenging. But yeah, you know, download this hack and try this level, man. Type in the BXBS password. You'll be in for some fun. You definitely will be. Probably more frustration than fun, but you know. Oh yeah, man. That level, really, as far as rescuing the neighbors in without gathering up the monsters, that probably was the hardest in this run. However, in my opinion, this one right here is harder. Tombs of Trouble. Prepare for the darkness. Indeed. So, we have a pyramid with a vampire. Oh. Fun, fun. And that explorer there, yeah, he could be at risk from the vampire, but I've never lost him. As long as you're not slow and you kind of know what you're doing, you should be able to get him just fine. And those tourists, I don't think you have to worry about them transforming, because I didn't do Pallet Fate on this level. This level's as dark as it's going to get, which is dark enough. And by the way, there was a 1-up down there that I got. And now Dracula's going to harass us. But I'll get my weed whacker after you, Draculas. You better leave me alone. Now, in all honesty, you don't want to kill the Draculas yet. Because we have 3 victims. Say, there's a mummy that spawns in there. There's a dot. There's a victim to the left. You want to kind of stay away from that. And the 2 victims to the bottom here, very high risk. I'm going to go ahead and heal and get me some clowns. This pool guy in here, he's the one I've lost more than any other. He's the highest risk because a squid man spawns right in there. Rapidly, too. Pretty quick spawning. And so you want to be sure that you have the 3 vampires and the 2 mummies and the spider or whatever. You need at least 6 things. 3 vampires plus whatever else. That baby that I just rescued, he was a decent risk, but not too bad. Oh, that's neat. Did you say that squid man get killed? I like that. Oh, heck, I only have 2 clowns left. That kind of sucks. That cheerleader, she's not really a high risk. I don't think I've ever lost her. And I've actually never lost that explorer either. I don't think that I can recall. I might have once, maybe. Maybe the first time I played this level. I don't want to lead him to her, which could very well happen. There's still one more high risk. And so I'm not going to get rid of these vampires fully yet. And I did get me some more clowns, so yay for that. I tell you what, I do provide plenty of clowns. Clowns are essential to being able to rescue all the neighbors. I mean, they are fully essential. Thought there might be something in there, but I guess I didn't put anything in it. Shame on me. Yep, there we go. I have 3 mummies and 3 vampires, so nothing else can spawn. That baby there, very high risk. As you see, a mummy pops out. And if you don't use a clown like I did with the max enemies, that mummy will almost always beat you to him. Unless you're just really lucky and the mummy's late on spawning. Which sometimes happens. Alright, we got our skeleton key, which was below the pool guy. I don't remember if I even said that. A lot of times I do things natural when I'm playing this game without even thinking about it. It just comes naturally to me. No matter if it's my own hack or if it is the original or the Ono hack or whatever. I played them all so thoroughly because I'm such a geek. I really am, I tell you. Yeah, not crazy about how the mummies spawn below their doors. Their sarcophaguses, whatever you call them. But I guess it's alright. And we did get our bonus in that one skeleton key door. Very fun bonus, by the way. Very, very fun. Get our Vampire Destroy bonus. We're already accumulating quite a few points. And many more to come, my friends, especially in this next level. We are going to get some points in this next level. Make a note of how many points I have right now. 50,000. Fangs in Harmony. Oh, yeah. And I only have 3 clowns. That kind of sucks. Oh, heck, he already got rid of that one. Alright. the tourists won't transform, so you don't have to worry about that. Although initially when I made this level, I did make it to where they would transform, which made this level quite a bit harder. But I decided I wouldn't be that brutal, and I took the pallet fade off. But yeah, these people in the house, although the vampire will not land inside the house to shoot his bats out, the vampire can kill them. So you want to be sure and use a clown to get him distracted. And that dog that I rescued first was very high risk from that baby. But sometimes that big baby gets stuck, like it is right now. If it goes after that dog, it can get stuck down there and very easy to kill them, as you saw. Very, very easy to take care of. And I got a lot of ancient artifact here. A lot of cross. That's nice. I think there's even more behind the tree there, too, which I have yet to get. Yeah, I really like this bonus level. Probably my second favorite bonus that I made. I don't know, I really like Maze of the Tentacles, too. The first one. But yeah, there's more cross there that I got. And there's something else behind this one. I think a Pandora's box, or yeah, Pandora's box. Poor guy. Of course, every victim in this level could be killed by the vampires. And then, yeah, want to lure him down here because you don't want him to get that one in the house there. Didn't make the run for it. I don't know what's up with that weird glitch in the houses there. It's kind of weird looking. Oh well, it's not detrimental to the gameplay though. It lets you still play it, so I'll let it slide, I guess. Who knows, next time I play this it probably won't even be there, but sometimes that happens. Yep, these are the last two vampires. Thought there's something behind there, yeah. Some money, points. I think an aid kit. Nope. A life is behind that one. And the son of Dr. Tun. So yeah, we got 30,000 points in that level. And then of course we'll get our Vampire Destroyed bonus, which is another 10,000. So very, very good level for points. Very nice level. I'm gonna have to give me a little drink here. Perfect player bonus. Wow. Actually got all 6 lives and wow. That was pretty cool. Only been 3 levels. Level 23 though, Malevolent Mall. Now this one right here, the 3rd level in a row with very high risk victims. That baby right there, very high risk. Not from the jelly blob, although it could be killed by that. But from evil dolls that spawn. You'll see just a moment. But want to go and rescue her first. Matter of fact, so far on this run, I've only had one fail, and it was from losing her. And I approached from the top instead of the bottom like I just did. So it might be better to do like I just did here. This seems to be working so far. But this level, I have quite a few high-risk victims. Alright. Evil dolls, I tell you. Gotta love them. Yeah, that baby in there in the freezer section's not too high risk. And neither are these tourists here. They're not too bad. That military guy could be if you lollygagged around too much. But I think we got all the... there's one more. There's one more hard one. And I want to gather up some ants here in a minute. Some ants and stuff. Yeah, that dot just to the upper left there. She can be problematic. Oh, tentacle. Yeah, you have to worry about ants, tentacles, or a zombie getting her, so. Okay. Kind of hard to get them rounded up, though. Because the ants, they will climb right over the balcony, you know. Climb right up to the next level. But they're spawning pretty quickly. I'll just wait till I get enough here. Remember, 4 ants is the max, but that tentacle's not quite worth as much as an ant, so that zombie was able to spawn. But anyway, we got her. Thankfully, the zombie didn't spawn right next to her, which is possible. But no, I think the zombies are actually one of the things that spawns right in their correct location. They don't have a wide range like the tentacles or the spiders do, or ants, or Martians. The Martians are also bad about that. Oh yeah, I want to definitely retreat. I forgot about one military dude up there. This is the first time I've actually played this level, taking this path. It seems to be working pretty well though. Because I usually take the path that I had the field with. And I'm not really going to show it because it was just one field. But yeah, oh man, that ant spawned right above him. Whew. You gotta be careful there. Looks like that ant's stuck. Minor little glitch. Get out of there. Malevolent Mall. As the name suggests, it was very evil. One more level. And I gotta say, this next level has quite a bit of history behind it. Level 24, Dr. Tongue's Getaway Cottage. A matter of fact, this was the first level that I actually worked on, to believe it or not. When I first did this hack, this was one of the first levels I ever worked on. Because if you really notice, this is the same layout as Day of the Tentacle had. Almost all the levels have the same, their same layout, you know, the same area size, you know, same map size. And I did do level 24 initially, and I was going to do a boss level. I was going to have like a spider boss on it. But for some reason when I did it, it was going to end up being an office level, you know. Similar to level 19, but a lot harder. Similar to, but, you know, except no ants and stuff, but vampires and werewolves and stuff like that instead. But for some reason, when I got to the spider boss and I defeated it, everything worked pretty good, except when I did that, the big web didn't disappear. The big web did not disappear, so obviously you weren't able to rescue the last victim. So that's one thing that kind of sucked here. Now, path is pretty important in this one, because if you don't take the path I took, I'm about to mess up. Two of your victims are high risk, that dog and this cheerleader, because the tentacle will actually spawn right in there with the cheerleader. And if you come from the bottom, you know, you really can't hardly save her unless you use the Pandora's box, and that's kind of hit or miss. But yeah, this was initially the replacement for Day of the Tentacle. But I actually was gonna scrap this level and throw it away entirely, not ever use it. But then the level 24 I made completely glitched over, and it wouldn't let me use it at all. So I mean, it completely fried it. And there was another level I made that completely fried. Only two levels that I made that completely fried, that I'm not able to use at all for anything. And so I still had this level, so I was like, I'll put it in there, and it seemed that, you know, it works just fine. So, and in all honesty, this may be the easiest level in this run. But I like the idea of Dr. Tongue having a getaway cottage, you know, instead of having only castles. You know, he's kind of trying to have a low profile now, you know, trying to do something that Zeke and Julia wouldn't expect. But of course, we still find it, you know. As always, so Dr. Tongue, he just can't get away. And plus, I like the idea of having a lot of tentacles in this level. I'll look around, because there may be something I missed here. Blast through this. Yeah, the tentacles, they can spawn where that military dude and that teacher were. I've actually never lost them, I don't think, but you obviously could. You obviously could. It'll be that way. Yeah, I think I got everything. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. We got quite a few points in these 4 levels, though. Nothing mind those trees. Got quite a few points. 126,000. And you did notice there was a pallet fade, so you definitely want to run for them tours fast, quickly. Got us a second perfect player bonus this run. Of course, those 2 1-ups, you know, that one from 22, and, you know, that helped. But we're going to stop right here. Hope you enjoyed, y'all, and stay awesome.